Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel, and if you're here for the very first time, you're so welcome. I'm Jane. Mike, my husband, is behind the camera. We're British, early retirees, debt and mortgage free, and living a thrifty, frugal and money saving life on a super tight budget here in Brittany in northwest France. And every Sunday we share a more personal side of our money saving life with you. Let's take a look at what we're going to talk about today. So every year we have a no spend January, and that's really easy. It's just quite simply we buy food, we put fuel in the car, we pay our bills, but we don't spend any money on anything else. And it could be really easy in February to feel like you're released into the wild with your purse wide open and go and spend some money. So it's really important to us to have a real focus for February, so we do not do that. So we're going to share with you 5 frugal things that we do in February, and who knows, you might choose to do any of these as well. Something that we need to do this February is to sort out our maintenance schedule. We have wood burning stoves here, so we have wood burning stove chimneys. They have to be swept. We have to look into the last time they were swept, and as ours get heavy use, we usually get ours swept twice a year. So we're going to need to make appointments with chimney sweeps or the chimney sweep to come and clean them. We also have 2 dogs. They need checkups. They need to have annual jabs. We need to look and see when that needs to be done. We need to make appointments with our dentists and our ophthalmologist, and make appointments to get our teeth checked and to get our eyes checked. We've also got the car that needs to get checked too. So it's a really good time to say, I'm going to have a focus on maintenance schedules, what needs to be done. Now, what about you? And leave a comment below if this applies to you. What do you need to have maintained? Do you have a central heating system? Do you have an air cooling system? Do you have an air purification system in your house? Do you have cars or garden machinery that needs maintaining? Leave a comment below about things that you think you need to make a maintenance schedule for, get appointments made, and who knows, that could trigger other people to remember, I need to get that done too. With the exception of my fridge, I know the following things haven't been cleaned in January. So I'm going to put aside time in February to clean my domestic appliances. We keep them clean, we keep everything in order, we will get them to last. Let me tell you all the things that I need to clean in February. I need to really clean the oven. I don't use my large oven very often, so I don't clean it very often, but that needs cleaning. My fridge gets cleaned every week, so that will be on the schedule. My washing machine, I don't clean that enough. That needs a good old clean out as well. My dishwasher doesn't get used every day. We probably use it once a week if I do a big batch cook, but that needs taking apart and cleaning. My vacuum cleaner. Now, I sweep up most of the time, so I don't use my vacuum cleaner all of the time, but all of that needs taking apart, all the filters need washing. I then need to clean my iron. Now, I don't iron clothing, but I iron as a quilter. And I know it's got a few brown marks and sticky marks in it, so I need to clean my iron. I need to take my ironing board cover off and give it a wash. I also need to clean my sewing machine. Now, you think to yourself, why is this part of Thrifty Frugal February? It's because if we maintain these things and look after them, they will last. Join in with this conversation. What could you give a good clean? What appliance do you think, I haven't cleaned that in a while and I might need to make a list of this? I'm not suggesting I will get all of these done in February, but I'm going to have a really good go at it. What about you? What needs to go on your list of domestic appliances that you need to look after by putting them in the cleaning schedule? That we need to sort out is our second-hand quest, and that could mean a second-hand savings quest. There are things that we need for our garden, and there are things that we really can only afford secondhand. Now, this is where you could join in the conversation. Are there things that you have a secondhand quest for? This could be your moment where you start to, first of all, do your research into how much these are going to cost you. Because this is not like buying something new. You can't just decide you're going to buy it new and it's going to be there and you can buy it. You need to prepare for this, and you need to prioritise what you need first. So there are things that I need. I need fabric for quilting. I only buy it secondhand. I buy bedding, I buy bed sheets, pillowcases, duvet covers. But I've got a colour list. There are things that I need for my garden. I need another wheelbarrow, I need some garden tools, we need a trailer for our car, which is all part of our garden, and all of these really we can only afford secondhand. So here's something that we do to kind of keep it in our mind. So we make a collage of the things that we need. We'll put a picture collage together. We'll put it as a front page on our phone and on our iPads. So when we're logging on and we're looking at these things, it reminds us. Also, we'll keep a list of this in the notes section in our phone if we are out and about. And also it brings to mind places what we look for. That is Facebook Marketplace and Le Bon Coin, which is an online selling place, but not really that popular to have to use eBay here in France. So those are the things that we're going to do. We're going to put together a second-hand savings quest. We also need to factor out how much, and we've been looking at this, it's going to cost us at least €750 for a second-hand car trailer. We keep thinking this is the year we're going to buy it, this is the year we're going to buy it, but we're going to have to put together another savings fund for this and really target this and keep our eyes open. So, do you have something that you're looking for secondhand? How are you going to remind yourself to look for it? And what's your priorities for something that you need to get secondhand this year that you could put together your wants list or your needs list this February? So after no spend January, it could be a bit tempting, couldn't it? So you're financially released into the wild and you could spend a bit too much money. So in February, it's quite good to plan some frugal or budget day trips or days out, or just get out and about on a Saturday when you're off work. And here are some examples of things that we will be doing. Catching up with friends. It really doesn't cost much to get in the car, go and visit someone, or have them visit you, sit down for a cup of tea and a piece of cake and just how you've been, those kind of conversations. And then there's the winter walks. We go on for winter walks all year, and it gets a bit warm in the summer, so you know we don't get to the beach much in the summer because it can be far too hot here. We like to get out on those beaches in the winter. The sea's crashing away and it's a really great time to wrap up warm and just get out there and get that fresh air. We also like to go and visit a little old place, an old town, and go and have a look round and just go for a walk and sightsee at this time of year. It's quiet, nobody's there much. We also like to plan in a few small treats. Maybe a trip to a coffee shop, a local bookshop that sells coffee, or in a little town that we might visit to look out, a little bakery. Some of the bakeries here, you can have a coffee in there or something to eat. I can't eat gluten, so I'll maybe have a macaron, or I will have a meringue, for example. Might have a croissant or something and a cup of coffee. It's a little affordable treat. And something else that we do like to do is get out to any low-cost charity events or any fundraising events or any clubs and activities that don't cost very much. You know, you can be non-committal. You can say to people, well, I'll come once a month or I'll come once a fortnight if it's within your frugal budget. So there you go. Let's hear from you. Are there any things that you can do locally that you enjoy doing that don't cost very much, that get you out and about? Something Something else that we will be doing in this month is finish off February. We really don't like to start a new project until the things that we are already doing have been done. So we're doing a little bit of DIY work in our upstairs bathroom. We'll carry on and finish that. I'm not saying we will finish it completely, but we will carry on with that. We've got a bit of a basement, well no, a bit of a basement, we have a basement, and that needs a tidy up. We won't finish all of it in one go, but we can take a section of it. We've still got some clothing and books that we need to declutter and take to the charity shop. I've got to go through my cupboards, check on the dates and everything in my pantry items. We need to cut some more firewood. We've got some garden tidying to do, you know, little branches that have fallen off our trees, they need picking up and putting away before the grass cutting season starts. And any of us who are crafters, you can bet we've got craft projects that we need to finish off. Not saying we are going to get all of those done, but they are good ways of getting things finished. And again, we like to hear from you. Is there something that you need to finish off in February? Things that you need to check off and tick off your list before you get started on anything else? February, where we live, can be very wet, very cold, and those 28 days can feel like 280 because the weather just seems to go on and on and on. We don't get a lot of daylight, it's not really light until 8:30 in the morning, it can be dark again by 5 o'clock, and you can feel like it's still very, very wintry. Even though there's signs of spring, it's not ready yet. But nonetheless, we can still enjoy February, we can still do that on a low budget, and we can still do it in a thrifty, frugal and money-saving manner. Thank you so much to everybody who watches our videos. We genuinely appreciate every single one of you. Thank you to everyone who hits the like button. The more likes a video gets, the more the algorithm sends that video out to other YouTube viewers. Thank you so much to all the subscribers. We are creeping towards 25,000. It would be lovely to hit that target. And we know so many of you who watch on a regular basis are not subscribers, so go on, hit that subscribe button. Just leaves me to say, on behalf of Mike and myself, we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.